So, what if your best blog post or maybe your most insightful video could actually fuel your entire week of content? Well, today we're breaking down the 1 to 7 content repurposing framework. It is a system, a real system designed to get you off that content treadmill for good. Okay, let's just dive right into a feeling that I bet is super familiar to a lot of you. You ever feel like you're just stuck on that content treadmill? You know that feeling, right? Constantly churning out something new day after day just to feed the algorithm. It is absolutely exhausting, and that pressure, it just never lets up. And for all that work, what's the reward? You pour hours into crafting the perfect piece of content. You hit publish, you're feeling pretty good about it, and then nothing. Just silence. The dreaded sound of digital crickets. All that effort, and it feels like it's gone in a day, leaving you with that sinking feeling of, okay, what do I have to come up with for tomorrow? And this, right here, this is the core of the problem, the content creation treadmill. It's this flawed idea that to be consistent, you have to be constantly creating brand new stuff from scratch. But here's the thing, the issue usually isn't a lack of ideas. It's a lack of an intelligent system. And you know, the cost of being on this treadmill is really steep. First, burnout. It's pretty much inevitable. Second, your most brilliant ideas, they have like a 24-hour lifespan before they get buried forever. You're basically treating your best ideas like disposable napkins instead of like gold bars. You end up wasting so much time reinventing the wheel, and your audience, they only get a tiny little glimpse of what you actually know. You're sitting on a gold mine of your own content, and it's going completely untapped. So how do we get off this thing? Well, the solution is all about a smarter strategy. Now, this isn't about working less. It's not about cutting corners. It's a fundamental mindset shift. It's about recognizing that your best work deserves to be seen way more than just once. Here's the before and after, basically. The old way treats your content like a disposable firework, a brief, exhausting flash, and then it's gone. The new way, it treats your content like a renewable resource. You stop mining for new ideas every single day, and you start refining the gold you've already found. The focus completely shifts from just posting to truly providing value over and over again. So why does this matter so much? Well, there's this classic marketing idea that it takes somewhere between 7 and 12 touch points before a message really lands with someone, before they act on it. One single post? That's a whisper in a hurricane. I mean, between the fickle algorithms and how fast we all scroll, you have to say the same thing in different ways to actually break through the noise. All right, so that's the why. Now let's get into the how. This is the real heart of our explainer today, the 1 to 7 framework. This is your simple, straightforward roadmap that turns your best content into a full week of posts without ever sounding like a broken record. The whole system really starts with something we call pillar content. Think of this as your foundation, your home base. It's a substantial, really informative piece of work, a deep dive blog post, a detailed podcast episode, maybe an in-depth video. This is the gold mine. This is where we're going to extract all our other pieces from. Okay, here it is. This is the engine of the whole system. See, the secret isn't just repeating yourself. It's all about reframing the same core idea for different purposes. Let's walk through it. So Monday is the hook. A direct text post stating the problem and solution. You're grabbing people who are feeling that pain right now. Tuesday is for the scrollers. A bold quote graphic. It's visually arresting, totally thumb-stopping, and super easy to share. Wednesday is for community. You flip your idea into a question. This invites engagement, gets people talking. Thursday is where you build trust. You tell a story, maybe a personal one. Stories connect on an emotional level that facts just can't. Friday, you deliver a quick win. One single actionable tip. You're providing immediate value. Saturday, you build transparency with a little peek behind the curtain. And then Sunday, that's for inspiration. You connect the tactic to a bigger mindset shift. See? One core idea, but 7 days, 7 totally different angles. All right, theory's great and all, but let's make this really concrete. In this next section, we're going to look at the proof. We're going to walk through a real-world example of this framework in action so you can see exactly how a single idea can transform throughout the week. So let's put this into practice. Imagine our pillar content is a blog post titled 3 Reasons Your Email List Isn't Growing. The hard work is done, you've already written it. Now, let's put it to work for a full week. Okay, on Monday, we hit him with that direct hook, a simple text post that gets straight to the point. Your email list isn't growing because you're not asking. No fluff, right? It's a bold statement that grabs attention and offers an immediate insight. For Tuesday, we make it shareable. We find the most powerful line in the whole article: if you're not asking, you're not growing. And we just slap it on a nice-looking graphic. This format is designed for the visual feed. It's easy to digest in a second, and even easier for your audience to pass along. Wednesday is when we stop talking at our audience and we start talking with them. We turn the statement into a question. Where do you currently promote your email list? This does way more than just boost your engagement numbers. It gets you valuable feedback and it makes people feel heard. Then on Thursday, we get personal. We share a story. Something like, I moved my opt-in from the footer to a pop-up and added 200 subscribers in 30 days. A personal story like this, it just builds so much credibility and makes the advice feel real and actually attainable. Friday is all about that quick win. We pull out one hyper-specific, super actionable tip, add a lead magnet to your Instagram bio link. It's pure value. No story, no question, just a simple instruction that solves a problem and can give your audience a result they can see today. On Saturday, we pull back the curtain. A behind-the-scenes post builds incredible trust. Sharing something like, so I just audited my own site for email opt-ins and I found 3 broken links, shows you're not just preaching, you're in the trenches too. That vulnerability is just incredibly relatable. And finally, on Sunday, we zoom out. We connect the specific tactic to a broader, more inspiring principle. Building your brand isn't about perfection. It's about showing up, testing, and fixing what's broken. This just elevates the whole conversation from email lists to a much bigger lesson on progress over perfection. Okay, so now you have the framework and you've seen it in action. Let's talk about execution. A great strategy can still fail without the right approach. So we are going to cover the common mistakes you need to avoid and some pro tips to make this system completely seamless. Avoiding these common traps is so crucial. First one, don't just copy-paste. Reposting the same text everywhere is lazy and it's totally ineffective. The goal is to reframe, not just repeat. Second, respect the platform. A formal text post for LinkedIn is going to die on visual-first Instagram. Adapt your format, adapt your tone. Third, never ever forget the call to action. Every post should guide your audience somewhere. And fourth, avoid tool paralysis. You don't need a bunch of fancy software. This entire system can be run from a simple document. And finally, test everything. Pay attention to what's working. If your audience loves your stories, tell more stories. Let the data be your guide. And now for the pro tip that makes this whole thing sustainable. Batching. Seriously, block out one 90-minute session, no emails, no phone, no distractions. Pick your pillar content, then write all 7 of those posts in that single block of time. Don't worry about perfection, just get the drafts done. Schedule them, and then, and this is the magic part, walk away. For real, you've just created an entire week of valuable, consistent content, and you've reclaimed hours of your life from that daily content grind. And if there's just one thing you take away from this entire explainer, I hope it's this. You don't need 7 brilliant ideas every single week. You just need one solid idea and a system to reshape it. That shift in thinking, it's everything. So I'll leave you with one final question to put this into action right away. Look back at the content you've already created, that blog post, that video, that email you are really proud of. What's the one piece of content you'll choose to repurpose using this framework this week? That's your next step.